Y'all slide over here and get to take a picture with some students tonight. One, 2, 3.
Good job, guys.
All right. And also tonight, FFA members, our FFA advisor, Dr. Krista Morris, is here with us, and we appreciate her and all the hard work she does. Guys, that's something that, as far as at the school and everything going on, and then these folks taking part in all these extracurriculars as well, as the teachers, the students, parents, we appreciate you for all that you do as well. It is definitely something to keep us all busy, and we appreciate that, and you guys taking part in it. So the FFA actually took part in some some state competitions as well, and in order to get to state, they had a Area 6 event where they had some competition there, and then they moved on to the state. The first person I actually want to recognize for first place in the FFA quiz in the Area 6, which is our local area. How many chapters were part of that?
Probably 30 chapters.
Okay, so we went in FFA quiz, and he went on to place 4th in the FFA quiz. So let's give Riley a round of applause. Stuck in here, man. There you go. I didn't check your hair. I want to go, but I check yours. You'll stand over there and wait and get everybody else up. All right, and then we've got the first team who played third in the state FFA competition, and that was in Tifton. Okay, and then the second group we'll recognize is going to be the state land judging, and that was also in Tifton. So, your name if you'll come up. And this is going to be for the dairy cattle CDE, Mr. Landon Carver. Landon is the son of Matthew and Casey. Whoop. There you go. We've also got Mr. Britton Ford. Is Britton here tonight? Britton is the son of Eddie and April Flory. Also, Jesse Cothran. Jesse's the son of Josh and Jeannie Cothran. And again, this was for the dairy cattle CDE. And then the last member of this team is Miss Caitlin White. And Caitlin is the daughter of Corey and Nancy White. And again, these are our dairy cattle. Good job, guys.
Good job.
All right, next we want to recognize our state land judge and CDE folks, and they placed second. And Mr. Landon was also on that team as well. If Landon, if you'll come back up. Brett was also on that team, on the state land judging team. So we have Mr. Kyle Wood, who was also a member of that team. And Kyle was the son of Brett and Kristen Wood. And Mr. Gavin Baxley. And Gavin is the son of Mr. Justin and Miss Rachel Baxley. Now, again, this was our state land judging CDE team here. Placed second in the state. Again, just want to say how much I appreciate these guys. And we just enjoy them being at the middle school with us.
Thank you. And next up, we have a video we would like to show that displays a lot of awesome activities that have been happening in our schools over the last month.
go fish, and they all cost $2.94.
All right. Give a big shout out to Dr. putting together a wonderful video that showcases our schools. And at this time, that concludes the superintendent's update.
All right, this time we'll take a 3-minute break for those of you that do not wish to stay for the remainder of the meeting, but you're more than welcome to.
Thank you.
Started again. At this time, is there any public participation? Hearing none, we'll move along. Approval of the agenda. Need a motion to approve the agenda.
Motion.
And a second.
I'll second.
Any corrections, changes, or any Anything on the agenda? Hearing none, Ms. Teresa?
Yes.
Mr. Carey?
Yes.
Ms. Brenda?
Yes.
Mr. David?
Yes.
Chair votes yes. Disposition of the minutes on page 3 in your workbook. Get a motion
Motion.
and a second.
I'll second.
Any discussion on the minutes? Corrections? Hearing none, Mr. Carey?
Yes.
Ms. Teresa?
Yes.
Ms. Brenda?
Yes.
Mr. David? Chair votes yes. Monthly financial reports on page 12. Get a motion to accept the monthly financial report?
Motion.
And a second?
I'll second it.
Any discussion on the financial reports? And they're on page 12 in your book. Starts on page 12. Hearing none. Mr. David?
Yes.
Ms. Brenda?
Yes.
Mr. Carey?
Yes.
Ms. Teresa?
Yes.
Chair votes yes. School financial reports on page 24. I get a motion to accept the school financial reports.
Motion.
And a second?
I'll second.
Any discussion on the school financial reports?
Again, please thank the bookkeepers they do a good job.
Absolutely. No other discussion, Ms. Teresa?
Yes.
Mr. Carey?
Yes.
Ms. Brenda?
Yes.
Mr. David?
Yes.
Chair votes yes. Athletic receipts report, they're on page 109 in your book. This does not require a vote. And the SPLOST revenue report is on page 112 of your book. Someone want to read that, please?
We had a revenue of $96,951.03. We had a tax collection of $36,807.20 for a total of $133,758.23. Encourage the community. We still have 2 more weeks before Christmas, and there are several boutiques between Hoboken all the way to Waynesville and several thrift stores and vintage stores. So the more we can shop local, just the more it helps our community. So just really encourage everyone to shop local if possible.
Just buy a new car, that money comes back to you.
Amen, that too. New or used.
All right, moving right along to the action items.
Yes, sir. Signs for Hoboken Elementary and Nahunta Elementary Schools. I recommend to approve Jerry Hutchison to construct signs for Hoboken Elementary and Nahunta Elementary Schools not to exceed $5,000 per sign, so not to exceed $10,000 total for 2 signs.
Here's the superintendent.
I'll make a motion.
And a second.
I'll second.
Any discussion?
Says approximate cost of the cabinet is $4,800. Is that per sign or is that both signs?
That's just the Hoboken sign. The Hunt Elementary School sign will only be probably less than 1,000. They're just using panels. They're going to look just like Atkinson Elementary. We just have panels on each side. Hoboken-
Hold on, now we're bricking both of them though, right?
Right.
So we're still gonna do a lighted sign in Hoboken even though we brick it?
Yeah, they want a cabinet. That was the school choice. They wanted a cabinet to put letters so they could put stuff on their side. The Hunt Elementary, their choice was just a panel side.
I wish we'd go with all the same thing. I like the one at Atkinson, I think it looks nice,
The Hoboken will look just like the middle school.
middle school.
It'll be pretty good cabinet. That was basically just school choice.
Any other?
But we ain't voting to approve that right now, that part of it though, right? We just voting on the brick
Well, I just
work,
gave you that so you have, I want you to say.
An idea.
You understand, right, it was not just trying to complete the whole thing, it's going to cover that one. It'll take a couple of months for you to do both of them, they'll come back and build the cabin and fit the column once you get there. And at that time, I'll come back to you to do the cabin.
And this is the leftover brick that we've got.
We have most everything, yes, the majority of the material we have to find some of the concrete, then the fluid, but other than that, we have most everything, I think we've got enough brick to do.
Good.
So tonight, we're just doing labor only, correct?
Right.
Okay.
Any other discussion? Mr. Carey?
Yes.
Ms. Teresa?
Yes.
Ms. Brenda?
Yes.
Mr. David?
Yes.
Chair votes yes.
Action item number 12, memorandum of understanding between Brantley County Board of Education and the YMCA. I recommend to approve the memorandum of understanding between Brantley County Board of Education and the YMCA as presented.
Here's
I'll make a motion.
and a second.
Second.
Any discussion?
Just to let everyone know what's going on, the YMCA has reached out to our school system wanting to offer their services, their after-school childcare services to our system at our schools. And so we did a survey to discover where the main interest was, and we have more families interested in paying for this service at the Nahunta schools and Hoboken Elementary. And so we'll be talking with Mr. Johns when we start up about the schools from Atkinson and Waynesville, those families that are interested, transporting them to Nahunta. We do not see this program starting up before the spring, may even be next school year though.
Excellent. Any other discussion? Mr. David?
Yes.
Ms. Brenda?
Yes.
Mr. Carey?
Yes.
Ms. Teresa?
Yes.
Chair votes yes.
Action item 13, Unique Learning Systems. I recommend to approve the bid of $3,340.61 from N2Y LLC to purchase Unique Learning Systems curriculum for students with disabilities in grades pre-K through 12.
Here's the superintendent's recommendation. Could I get a motion?
Motion. Ms. Brenda may have it.
Okay. And a
I'll second.
All right. Any discussion? Hearing none, Ms. Teresa?
Yes.
Mr. Carey?
Yes.
Ms. Brenda?
Yes.
Mr. David?
Yes.
Chair votes yes.
Action item 14, Study Island. I recommend to approve the bid of $5,355.72 to purchase Study Island Core Library Program license for use at Hoboken Elementary School. The purchase will be made from that school's instructional allocation. Just had to bring it to you since it was over $3,000.
I'll make a motion.
And a second?
Second.
Any discussion?
You
Mr.
wanna give a
David?
little-
Yes.
Go ahead.
Go, yes.
Well, I was just saying, you'll get a little walk, this is.
Yes, sir. This is a instructional program that we've been using for many years. A lot of times when the principals will get a license for it, they may get it for certain grades, and it may not total quite this much, depending on how many students you have in your building. And it's time that Hoboken's license is up, and their amount came to this amount.
Okay. Yep. We did it. We did it. Who did? I thought we did Carrie and.
Carrie and Teresa.
Mhm. Thank you, though. Keep me straight.
We'll have to see video evidence of that before I believe in whether you.
I told her thanks for keeping me straight. We're good? Mr. David?
Yes.
Ms. Brenda?
Yes.
Mr. Carey?
Yes.
Ms. Teresa?
Yes.
Chair votes yes.
Action item 15, I recommend to approve the surplus sale list as presented. Motion.
And a second?
Second.
Any discussion? This is just for stuff that we got out there that needs to be moved out of the yard, right?
And what is the HVAC?
Largely just the wall hoses that we took off of the school. Some of them, they were all you see is, some of them, they were working when we took them off. Some of them were real old, some of them were okay. We tried to reuse some of them, and we've had trouble getting them to start back. And it's just, but you just, you won't try one.
All right.
Working when you was taking them off, why did we take them off?
It's the modernization.
We don't put nothing away, we're working now.
Any other discussion? Mr. David?
Yes.
Ms. Brenda?
Yes.
Mr. Carey?
Yes.
Ms. Teresa?
Yes.
Chair votes yes.
Action item 16,
Turbo. I recommend to approve the bid of $4,733.42 from Kenworth of Jacksonville to purchase Turbo for bus 127. The cost after core credit will be $3,695.92.
I'll make a motion.
And a second?
Second.
Any discussion?
I got a question. On the core, why is there such a big difference in the core? Is that just a different company?
Just a different company. Did the same thing on the engine.
Okay. Thank you.
Any other discussion? Ms. Teresa?
Yes.
Mr. Terry?
Yes.
Ms. Brenda?
Yes.
Mr. David?
Yes.
Chair votes yes. Need executive session for personnel?
Yes, sir.
Need a motion to go into executive session for personnel only?
Motion.
Second.
Mr. David?
Yes.
Ms. Brenda?
Yes.
Mr. Carey?
Yes.
Ms. Teresa?
Yes.
Chair votes yes. We will be. All right, it is 7:47. We're out of executive session. Need a motion to come out of executive session.
Motion.
Second.
Mr. David?
Yes.
Ms. Brenda?
Yes.
Mr. Carey?
Yes.
Ms. Teresa?
Yes.
Chair votes yes.
I'd like to ask the board to accept the following resignation. Mr. Anthony Naswell from Defensive Coordinator and Assistant Coach. He will still be teaching with us, but not coaching football.
I'll make a motion.
And a second?
Second.
Ms. Teresa?
Yes.
Mr. Carey?
Yes.
Ms. Brenda?
Yes.
Mr. David?
Yes.
Chair votes yes.
I'd like to make the following recommendations for hire. Laura Gall and Jeff Cannon, head football coach and teacher at Brantley County High School.
I'll make a motion.
Second.
Mr. David?
Yes.
Ms. Brenda?
Yes.
Mr. Carey?
Yes.
Ms. Teresa?
Yes.
Chair votes yes. That's it?
Yes, sir.
We're going to go into another executive session to complete the superintendent's evaluation, and we will adjourn from that upon completion.
Thank you.
You gotta go to make a
I
motion.
need a motion to go into
Motion.
executive. And a second?
And second.
Ms. Teresa?
Yes.
Mr. Carey?
Yes.
Ms. Brenda?
Yes.
Mr. David?
Yes.
Chair votes yes.